Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs, so whether you're sun, moon or rising sign Cancer. This is for you. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your... Oh, okay. Your key to the week has spoken, and it is the Justice card. So there are a lot of decisions that will need to be made this week, along with some considerations about your commitments. In all of these different areas of life that we're going to look at, it does look like you're going to have to start thinking about the way that things are done and what the give and take of everything actually is. Are things balanced? Are they fair? But more importantly, are you committed to them? All right, like that's the question that really needs to be asked across the board this week. For your actions and options over the course of this week, you have the King of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, so King of Pentacles, usually an earth sign male, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But because... no, sorry. Complete blank moment there. All right, so the King of Pentacles usually shows up in either a professional or a financial sphere. So first things first, you could be interacting with an earth sign male, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. Because you've got the Justice card here, this may be through your work or your profession or some kind of financial endeavor. Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, the King of Pentacles always brings advancement. It always brings forward movement. But it does suggest that you're going to have to really play by the rules. You're going to have to really stick with doing something the long way, right? Doing something in that sort of, not even through an overhaul, but it's like you're having to work really sort of hard and very much to the way that somebody else is banging the drum, if you like. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Pentacles. As a communications card, it's not bad, but look, you've got this with the Justice card, right? So there are a lot of negotiations happening this week. Remember, Mercury is going retrograde this week as well. So, like I said, I know it's not an astrology reading, but it is worth mentioning you're doing a lot of this contract negotiation this week. Who gets what goes where, what is allocated to A, B, and C, and you're having to work really hard mentally to figure out what is gonna, what is right, what is the fair thing to do, and more importantly, how committed am I to seeing this process, through in a lot of ways. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the money that you need is absolutely available to you. I am going to say with the King of Pentacles here, you probably are having to jump through a few more hoops for it than usual. What I will also say for those of you that are employed by somebody else, there are conversations to be had about finances, money, resources this week, especially for those of you, like let's say you've already asked for a pay rise and your boss said, look, you know what, we'll talk about it another day, can you come back to me? This is that week. You told me to come back to you. I'm here now. Let's talk. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, that's a conversation around what you're willing to pay for a certain service, what you're willing to pay for a certain stock item, price, goods, etc. And with the King of Pentacles here, this could be that you are sort of haggling with somebody that really knows their stuff. But at the same time, I've got to be honest, because of the cards that are present, I do wonder if this person is overcharging. So there's something here that you need to consider. And I really, that's a really harsh thing to say, but it's almost like they see you as like a bit of a soft touch. So it's like, well, yeah, you're always good for it. Or, you'll always give me a freebie or whatever the case might be. Watch out for that this week, all right? Because you might start a trend that you really don't want to continue. You might already be in that trend, and this week it's like you're being asked to kind of say, okay, no, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. When it comes to your, oh gosh, come on, brain. When it comes to your, those of you that are retired, this with that King of Pentacles, here is, I'm sorry to say, but there's an ultimatum of some sort that's showing up for you this week. Whether you like it or not, you could be the one giving the ultimatum, you could be the one getting the ultimatum. But what is very clear to me, obviously, you know, you've got the Mercury retrograde, yada, yada, yada. But what's very clear to me is this conversation is not the first time you've had this conversation. And it may very well be the last for any number of reasons. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the Six of Cups. Before we get into that, remember your year ahead Astro Taroscopes are up and out there for your purchasing pleasure. You can get those on the link in the description box below. And your new year, new frequency, which is all about energy work, baby, aligning with your highest frequency for 2024. You can get that on the link in the description box below. It's short, sharp, focused, and trust me when I tell you, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, because I've checked and I've looked, and also because I created this, right, there's nothing out there like this, so get into it. Trust me, you are going to love it. All right, now, for your love and relations, you've got the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is a past card, right? Past memories, good memories. For those of you that have dated, if you're single and you've dated an earth sign male in the past, this could be a reconnection with one. If you are partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, you and your partner could be hashing out the financial details of some sort. And especially with the Justice card here, you might be renegotiating a deal on your house. You might be renegotiating who pays what bills in the house. You could be even thinking about here renegotiating or redefining what your financial sort of future actually looks like as a collective. And I don't say that lightly, right? For your love and relations, you have the your money and materials, you've got the Page of Swords. So you've got this here with the Justice card, right? That's a time sequence. So I want you to cast your mind back to late September and ask yourself, what was the common theme around money at that point? What contract were you setting into motion? What were you sort of really deciding or defining when it comes to your financial sort of outlook? All right, like this is a good time for you to start thinking about this. When it comes to your, because obviously we're on a precipice of a brand new year, and we are shortly going to be having your full moon for the year, right? Your Cancer full moon, your personal spotlight. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, for a lot of you, it looks like there are tests that are going to go ahead. So this could be tests that you have, tests that you feel like you want. It is consciously led, so I don't think this is necessarily that a doctor is kind of referring you to get tests, although that might be the case. But a lot of you, it's almost like you're saying, right, you know what, I want to get my blood results for A, B, and C. So I did this 2 years ago. So up until 2 years ago, maybe I did, maybe it was written down somewhere and I just don't remember it, but I couldn't for the life of me remember what my blood group was. I was reading a really interesting book and I wanted to find out. And so I went and I had a test, right? So this could be something along those lines, right? You might be asking, you want the test done, so you're consciously making that decision or that pursuit. When it comes to your home and environment, potentially there could be some heated discussions this week around money, finances, resources, who wants what, who wants to do what, all of that stuff. You've got this opposite the Six of Cups, so it's very likely to be either within the profession or very likely to be within the home, right? Within the home and the family. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.